Hey, everybody! Ivan Demidov is a Hab. Ivan Demidov has been released by SKA and has already signed a 3-year ELC with Montreal that'll kick in starting this season, as he is on his way to Montreal and expected to possibly be in the lineup as early as Friday. But apparently he'll be in. He should be in it at least by the Toronto game on Saturday. So awesome news, and I don't know, I was excited as hell when I heard and did the video. So Ivan Demidov is now a member of the Montreal Canadiens, and from what I'm hearing, he may be wearing number 27, Alex Kovalev's old number. So Ivan Demidov. We'll get right to his stuff right away. So he's got the 3-year ELC. He also has a $525,000 Conn Smythe bonus. So if he wins the Conn Smythe, that'd be awesome. He gets so I mean, he'll be here for the playoffs, so they wouldn't have that in there, I would think, and he'll be making $775,000 this year, $877,500 for the other 2 years. Total cap hit of $941,000 on the AAV, and it's $2.63 million total. So I don't know how much better can the news be. Montreal wins tonight against Detroit. That would make it better. That's about it. All right, so I got some news, and I've got some stats, and I got the Guess the Score contest. Guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game. You can pick that guy from either team, and you got to be the first person in the chat with that guess. And you got to be from Canada. And if you are, you can win the $10 cash prize directly in your bank account. My guess is 4-3. Montreal in OT, probably. Patrick Laine with the first goal. 4-3, Montreal, Laine first goal. That's what I've got. All right, let's get on to everything else that I've got. It's Monty versus Cam Talbot tonight. Montreal's 5-3-2 in their last 10, 21-12-5 at home and on a 5-game heater. Detroit, 5-4-1 in their last 10, 15-17-4 on the road, and they won their last 2. They are also 2-7-1 on the road since the Four Nations break, and 5 of their next 6 games are on the road. I should say their last 6 games of the season are on the road. Lane Hudson is 1 goal, 7 assists, 8 points in his last 8. Power plays could be key for both teams. Habs need to stay out of the box because the Wings have a really good power play, but they don't have a good PK, and therefore power plays could be key. The Wings give up a goal every 3 penalty kills. 2024 draft pick Tyler Thorpe has been also signed to an ELC starting next season. He also signed an amateur tryout with Laval, and he joined the Rocket. 5th round pick, 130th overall, 6'5", 210 pounds. He's a winger, and he's 19.
Bring it, big bastard.
Big bastard. All right, points needed. They figure it's going to take 88 points to make the playoffs for the wild card 2 spot. Montreal needs to go 1-3-1. Detroit, who are playing tonight, 4-1-1. Rangers 4-0-1. Islanders 4-0-2, and Columbus 5-0-1. So you can effectively say Columbus, Islanders, and Rangers are out. Are they not going to lose a game the rest of the way? I don't know. So Detroit, if we beat them tonight, they're not going to have much leeway after that. So Montreal's chances of getting in, last I saw, were almost 90%.
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
Money puck or something.
The rest of those teams basically have to win out. Like, they can't afford to slip up.
No, they can't. And Montreal could lose 3 games and still make it in. And think about it. If they win tonight, say, right? They got that Chicago game. And they only need to go to OT here, win against Chicago.
Chicago on Thursday or Friday?
Point. So I like their chances a lot better.
When is the Chicago game? Is that Friday night?
No, next Monday.
Oh. Well, they're screwed. Chicago, anyway.
Yeah,
Because Demidov's playing.
Oh, yeah. The refs tonight are John McIsaac and Frederic Lecuyer. Frederic Lecuyer is from Sit, Quebec, so maybe he's got a bias, maybe he doesn't. I don't remember with him, but probably not great to have him. Record, so as you can see there, Habs have a nice 6-point cushion on the Wings and the Rangers, 7 on the Islanders, 8 on the Jackets. It's really only, to me, it's really only Detroit here that's got the legitimate shot, but we'll see. Team stats, power play percentage, 27.9 for the Red Wings. You see that's a 4th in the league, so good power play. 20.8 for Montreal. Penalty kill percentage, 69.5 for the Red Wings, 80.7 for Montreal. Face-off percentage, 49.2 for them, 50.9 for us. Goals for per game, 2.83 for the Wings, 2.99 for Montreal. Goals against per game, 3.13 for the Wings, 3.23 for Montreal. Pretty evenly matched, obviously, so we'll see how it goes. Goalies tonight are Cam Talbot, 2017-4, 287 goals against, 905 save percentage, 2 shutouts, and Sam Montembeault. Cam and Sam, it's the Cam and Sam show. 29, 23, and 6 for Monty, 285 goals against, and a 900 save percentage with 4 shutouts. The lines for the Wings, Larkin, DeBrincat, and Kane, Casper, Soderblom, and Raymond, Compher, Berggren, and Tarasenko, Mott, Rasmussen, and Smith. Sherratt and Sider, first pair. Edvinsson and Petrie, second pair. Johansson and Hall are the third pair. Habs lines are as such. Suzuki, Caulfield, Slav, Newhook, Kapanen, Laine, Dvorak, Anderson, Gallagher, Evans, Pizzetta, Armia, Matheson, Carrier, Gooley, Hudson, Struble, Savard's back in. Jackeye is out. And Heineman's still out with an undisclosed injury. And there you go. Let's see. Let's see who's here. So, first in, Aiken says, Demidov.
In his last 15 games, Montembeault's 11-2-2 with a 910 save percentage.
Yeah, he's Monty's dialed in right now. That's for sure. The problem is with Monty is right. We don't know when he's going to have that game where he falls off for a game, maybe 2. Right? We don't know. He's got to prove himself here, but he's dialed in up to now. That's for sure. All right, Phil has Gallagher getting 5 goals in a 7-3 Habs win. Aki says 4-3 Habs, Suzuki first goal. Paul says Montreal 4-2, Kane first goal. Conservative lawyer 4-3 Habs, Slav first goal. Kenny B. Hey, Kenny B. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you out there, man. 4-2 Habs, Caulfield first goal. Bay is saying ole ole, he's coming. Okay, that's enough for this game. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be great to have him. Like, this could be the last game before Demidov.
Yeah, I mean, according to Marco D'Amico, his debut could be against the Leafs on Saturday.
Yeah, I think that's the likely date, but they're saying it could be Friday.
Chicago, one of the two.
But I would think it's going to be against the Leafs, and that's wow. Saturday's game's going to be amazing.
By the way, for those who still think Lane Hudson sucks at defense, he's a +18 since the 4 Nations. So
yeah, he doesn't suck at defense, but that's fine. If you still think so, that's fine. So listen, I had to scroll down. We're underway. I scrolled down. If it's something you set up on top earlier and I didn't get to it, and it's important, just type it back in and we'll get to it. But I'm starting down here with BL. BL says, Matt's here before the drop of the puck. Matt, if someone threatened you, you have rights. That's how excited Matt is. He's here early. Bye-bye. April 8th, 52. The Rockin' and Sugar Jim Henry shake hands, both sporting black eyes. And Sugar Jim has a bandage on his head, I think, and he's bleeding also down his face, if I'm correct. Or it's the Rocket that's doing that, and I'm not sure which one. Wasn't that the game the Rocket got knocked out in the game and came back? He was still woozy, and he scored that goal against Sugar Jim. Is that the game? Not sure if I remember my history correctly there.
Oh, really good setup, Caulfield. Just couldn't corral the puck.
BL says Rick was at that game, Baby. Hey, listen, Baby's older than me, so if you're insulting me, you're insulting him too. And I wasn't there because I was sick that day. Let's rock this joint, Randy. 4-2 Habs Larkin, first goal. Paul says slow ice tonight. We'll see. We'll see. By the way, if you're new here, if you haven't said hi or whatever, if you're new here, say hi. Give a thumbs up if you're having fun. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and give us a chance. Trying to get back up to at least near 3,900. So trying to get to 3,900 before the end of the season, which is only 5 days away, but there's a few games.
And Ivan Demidov's going to be playing in a few of those games.
Ivan Demidov should be in hopefully 3 of the next 5 games, which includes this one.
Yeah, and so I forget what show I had on. I was listening to it on my way home from work. And D'Amico was talking about how he had an interview with Demidov. And it caught everybody by surprise, what kind of came up that they got the release. And D'Amico asked him, well, when do you think you'll be in Montreal? And he goes, oh, well, the paperwork's already said and done. The bags are packed. I'm leaving with my girlfriend tomorrow. And he was like,
yeah.
What the fuck did you just say?
That's for Canada, though. I wonder if his visa for the U.S. is all done. But I wouldn't be surprised if he was getting ready with that. And so we're to have, right?
I'm sure that's all probably all signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yeah, they're only in Canada the rest of the season, so he doesn't have a problem there. And I don't think there's a problem.
No.
And maybe this is something that they worked out and kept under wraps when they were in Russia. What do you think?
Oh, Monty, good job slamming the leg against the post to keep that out. Strong pad there for Monty.
I don't know how far behind I am from you, but there's a scrum.
But no, I bet you they probably had it done and under wraps for a little bit now.
Well, I'm just wondering if they didn't work this stuff out with Rottenberg when they were in Russia earlier this season, in the middle of the season. Wouldn't be surprised if they had the basics of it worked out. Hey, David, 5-2 Habs, Suzuki first goal, says David. Guru, hey, Guru, 3-1 Habs, Caulfield, first goal.
Oh, Struble moved somebody. I don't know if you saw that hit. They just showed a replay of it. He threw a hip check. Nice hip check.
I might be ahead of you. Is that possible? What time you got?
They're about to drop the puck.
At 17:37? You got the Red Wings feed, that's why.
No, I have the TSN feed.
Oh, okay. That's what I had, and they were about to drop the puck, so. Oh, broken stick.
Oh, and we're under, they just dropped it.
So I'm ahead of you.
Oh, geez, that stick imploded.
Yeah. Okay, right. A little bit. You'll catch up, though. Your feed always catches up.
I caught myself up a tad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that stick just flat out it imploded and exploded, and it's just in pieces.
We are 3 minutes in, and it's 4-1 in the shots department for Detroit. No score. Hey, Joe. How's it going, Joe? Joe, there's no problem. Obviously, there is no problem. I just heard that it may take a little bit longer for him to get his American visa, but I imagine they work it all out, get all the paperwork done at one time.
Oh yeah, no, and I mean, there's obviously like with any NHL organization, there's probably staff that's working on that like around the clock to get all that, all done and dusted.
BL says Demidov might not be too bright bringing his girlfriend with him to Montreal. I mean, I get where you're going with that, but come on. Hey, Robert, how's it going? Go Habs, go. I swear to God, I don't think I've ever been as excited doing a video. Like when how I found out was Phil. Didn't see Phil here. So Phil Saint Laurent, texted me and said Demidov to Montreal. That's all he had to say. And what? And I was talking to someone on the phone, so I had to hang up. And I went and looked, and then from then I got to make a video. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't remember how to make a video, and I made a short first. And but I've never been so excited in like the longest time anyway to do a video. And during the video,
I mean, like I texted you. I mean, it kind of changes everything now.
It changes everything.
The player of that caliber, that skill set, you're now adding to the team.
Now he's a rookie. It's his
more
first...
than likely go into the playoffs. Like that's crazy.
Okay, but we all have to temper it in that he's a rookie.
Right.
It's his first taste. He's 19. But I don't think that he's going to be like, he can't play here. I think he'll do fine. It's not going to be the Demidov we'll see in a couple of years. But, I mean, it's got to help. It's got to help the offense. It's got to help that second line produce a little more. It's got to help.
I mean, that second power play unit, too.
Right. It's got to help. I can't see him coming here and it being bad. Like, I think Demidov will have a fine first campaign, and he'll be fine from the get-go, like Michkov was. I mean, I think Demidov's a little better than Michkov, so potentially maybe we'll even have a little bit better of a season than Michkov's having, and he's having a fine season.
Yeah, I mean, I really think the question is just like how many games for him to kind of get adjusted to the North American ice, and from there, like the sky's the limit.
I'm not sure, but I thought I had read somewhere that there's a lot of rinks in the in Russia that are full size or smaller. I mean, like the North American game, and he plays in some of those, so he's getting used to it a little bit. You know what? He's a great player potentially, but I believe he will be. Those kind of guys usually adjust pretty easily and pretty well.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, his hockey IQ is on par with the likes of guys like Suzuki and Hudson. So, I mean,
right. Like, he's ready for this. Can he handle everything all at once? I think that's the big question, right? Moving here, all that stuff. It's good that he's got his girlfriend with him. It grounds him a little bit of home with him. It makes it a little easier for him. He's got somebody he could talk to without a problem if there's no players here, whatever, Like, I think it's a good idea. So, yeah, I'm just really excited. I'm not expecting, though, the moon, but I'm expecting good stuff. And if I'm Washington, because I said this a few times, and if you watched our pods, not Matt, but the other American guys, like laughing at me about Washington is worried about Montreal. If they weren't, they are now. And they were. Montreal is one of the best teams in the last 30 games. Top 14, top 10 for sure. Yeah.
But no, and it was funny because I actually saw some comments from Habs fans on, like, I watched a bunch of videos, that came out about Demidov coming over, and they were like,
I watched a couple.
Crap. You know what I mean? They're, obviously, I do think Washington would win that series, but the Canadiens are a type of team where they got nothing to lose. I mean, they could be a potentially dangerous team. I mean,
you don't think they're going to be pumped up extra having Demidov there,
right?
Making the playoffs Now, I think they've got a chance. I'm not saying for sure they're going to be
No, I think they do too.
but they got a chance, and having Demidov join them increases that chance. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about it, okay? Don't ask me questions. Joe, I might have missed it, but it's there. So if you're going to be here, so if you win, let me know. But it's there. Well, let me know now who you had, so I'll remember. The Master. Well, that's a good matchup, right? OV versus Demidov, sort of. The young kid, the old
like
master.
If the Canadiens can win that series, right? It's kind of like a passing of the torch type moment.
It could be from the Russian passing of the torch.
Right. That's what I mean.
Anyway, I'm not going to get too ahead of myself that way. I'm happy there. Looks like they're going to make the playoffs. Demidov's going to be here. It's going to be so much fun, win or lose for them. I like their chances to potentially upset Washington in the first round. But first, they got to get there, and they still have some work to do. Monty doesn't have to find his halak bubble tea. He just has to find his consistency like he's been over the last, mostly a little while, right? If he can find that consistency the rest of the way, let him be who he is. No need to for me, no need to compare him to halak.
Right.
But I get where you're coming from. If he can find that type of game and that standard through the playoffs, we may have a run here. I get if that's what you mean, but that's what I take from that. You want Montreal to help the Islanders out. Listen, I'm glad to have you here, Graham, and you are welcome. And we welcome all fans. But sorry, not happening. Sorry, not happening. I mean, I hope not. So nope. And look, you guys, I think the Islanders need to win like 5 games and no losses and a tie and overtime, I think. So your chances aren't realistic at this point. Habs only 4 points behind the Devils. Okay, let me ask you, is it possible we can't be third in their division? No. We could play crossover as a wild card, right?
Correct.
That's all, right?
We can't be third in their division.
Right. We can't be third in their division. Grant, well, I think I just told you that I don't think you guys can make the playoffs. Sorry. No, Graham, actually, the Canadian, depending on what points total you think going to make it, but they're saying 88 points. So the Canadiens could lose 3 more games and still be okay. Jackets up 1-0 against the Sens. I don't think the Jackets have any realistic hope, to be honest.
You gotta remember too, like with Demidov kind of adapting, he already speaks fairly decent English. He's probably worked on it since he got drafted. Like you gotta
he's been studying French too.
Yeah,
he's learning both.
But even when he got drafted, I remember you and I were talking. We were like, "It was actually pretty good." His English wasn't really that bad.
No, and it's only going to get better, obviously.
Right.
I mean, he'll be speaking English all day at the rink and all that, and he'll have somebody at home that he can speak to in his language, and he can relax. I think that's a good idea. And it's his girlfriend, so he has something else too.
Oh my! Lane Hudson just put somebody in the spin cycle. That was funny.
Oh, he apparently Demidov's been watching Habs highlights in the mornings, and he said his favorite player is Lane Hudson.
He talked. So, did you watch the documentary on the draft? He talked about it. They asked him, who are you most excited to play with when you come here? And he goes, "Oh, Lane Hudson." He was like,
Yeah,
his
exactly.
moves at the blue line, zigging and zagging, crazy. I was like, nice.
Detroit scores first. Larkin, of course. Who had Larkin? Somebody had Larkin. Somebody out there had Larkin. Bubble tea. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not even really gonna acknowledge your shot at the future Prime Minister of Canada. Sorry, you shouldn't be angry at that guy. I don't know why you would be. The Islanders could beat the Predators, I would imagine. But still, I mean, it's your chance is not. You got to be like should. I guess maybe don't have to be resigned to the fact you're not going to make it. I get it, but kind of you should be. They're playing catch up again. Oh my god. We've only won the last 5 games that they've done that. I mean, that's nothing to worry about yet, anyway. But if you're voting for him, why give him a shot like that? That's like a side. That word. You might as well punch him in the face. Like, why? What's wrong with his French? He tries. He speaks it not bad. He speaks it better than I do. Why mention it? It's something that right now with everything that you shouldn't be doing that. It's not necessary. These aren't normal times. BL says the one I watched, he said he was most eager to play with was Matvey Michkov. Well, I mean against. BL just being a jerk. Paul Kane set him up. Should have shot. What should have shot? I am gone. What? That did, I don't know what you said there. You'll come back if the Islanders make the playoffs. I mean, but if the Islanders make the playoffs, means Montreal didn't. You can come back, but I don't know. We'll probably be doing games, but I don't know which ones. Randy, did you get the first goal? Nothing. Don't hate to be right. I'm also not on the Matheson hate wagon. Sorry. It's satire. Again, why? What's that? What's funny about it? Anyway, it's fine. You can feel what you want, but I appreciate it not in here. You picked Kane first goal, but Kane didn't get the first goal. I'm being nice, Bill. Sufka! Hey, Sufka. Good to see you, man. Laura, exactly. Matheson plays a lot of minutes. There's a reason why you notice those things from him. And what nobody talks about the other times. Just those few seconds where he screws up. I get it, but what about the rest? When he plays good, like what about that? Anyways, apparently it doesn't really bother him. He doesn't pay attention to what we say, like on the negative side, especially. It still bothers them a little bit, I'm sure, though. Yeah, okay, Aiken. You go tell the coach that then. Don't tell me. Go tell the coach. Hughes is going to be on the first intermission on TSN. Awesome. What's 15-2? Oh, shots. I see 14-3. Yeah, listen, maybe they're having a bad game. I said, if you go to my video, what did I say about this game? I got a gut feeling this is going to be a loss for Montreal. So I kind of predicted this, even though here I said 4-3. I'm going to pick Montreal. But I had also said earlier, I'm not going to go against Montreal in my predictions for the guess to score contest the rest of the way. So I'm just being consistent. But I did say this game worried me, and I kind of thought it was going to end up being a loss. So I'm hoping they go to OT if they're going to lose, get that OT game out of the way. Well, Graham, you're an Islanders fan. I hope you believe in your team. Come on. I hope so. Yeah, pushing and shoving. Demidov's already screwed up the damn chemistry, says BL. Send him back home, man. Yeah, Detroit's they're playing well. Listen, listen, if you're Detroit, you don't have much option. This is like it's as close to a must-win game as can be, right? They got room to lose one more game, but I mean, it's a must-win game for them. For the Habs, it's not. It literally isn't. They could lose this game. I don't think it'll be a problem. They got 3 days off. They're gonna come back a little rested. I could see that happening. So this game, I kind of think they might lose tonight. But I'm not going to be mad at it. So I would hope you guys wouldn't. I don't think if they lose, I don't think it'll change their outlook for making the playoffs, personally. Yeah, Stufka. I mean, he's got family over there. Are you really going to hold it against Ovechkin for not wanting Putin to take out anything on his family? If it's more than that, and he is, I don't know, but I will look at it like that, and I'm not going to blame the dude. I think I would do the same thing if I was him. They came close twice there. Graham says that's 2-0. You sure? How far ahead of you, our bus, are you? Yeah, don't kid like that, Graham. That'll get you kicked out of here. So don't do that again. You may think it's funny, but remember what room you're in. Is there really just 6.5 minutes left in this period? That flew by.
Yeah, it did.
I know I've been talking a lot and everything, but man, that flew by.
Unfortunately, Graham, we can't. There's a copyright.
No, I can't show the game here, no. Well, at least I was entertaining it. BL, right? Come on. Paul says I'm the host. My job is to keep you awake. I still expect second period they should be a little better, kind of like they've been in the last few games. Although the last game they were hanging on at the end, they were tired. So anyway, if they lose this one, no biggie, and they got a rest coming up of 3 days, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we're back Friday for back-to-back games. BL, I did, but I think I was a little high and I don't remember all of it. I'm going to watch it again. So it's funny you mentioned that. I was thinking about that just before the show started about Mobland. That, yeah, I think I better watch that again. I don't remember all of it, and I don't know why off the top of my head I was thinking about it, but I was. So I think I saw like half of it and then sort of dozed off. That's what I think happened. Turning out to be a good show so far, by the way. If nobody knows what we're talking about, it's a British show too, called Mobland with Pierce Brosnan, who a very different role for me, anyways, for him, and Tom Hardy and other people. If you watch British shows, you'll recognize some of the people. Anyway, very good show. If you've heard of it, check it out. Yeah, pretty good. Not that much, BL. Relax there. Slow your roll. Well, Aiken, like really, Aiken, like that to me, is a horrible take on Matheson. You think he's going to get benched by St. Louis? I don't. But I mean, I get the gist of what you're saying, and yeah, he has some bad plays and shit like that. I get it. But man, he's just the whipping boy this year because there's no other whipping boy.
Yeah, no, and unfortunately, I feel the same way. And look, I'm not one to shy away from calling him out if he does something stupid, but like, it's just for that moment. Like,
To call
for the
him out
most part, he's been pretty good. Like, he does
and
a
to
lot of
call
good
him
things.
out to call him out before he does anything particular. No, to me, it shows your lack of knowledge of the game that you would just be that way with Matheson. That's what I would say. Because that's not, you hear experts talk about Habs, talk about Matheson. Nobody that knows the game well talks about Matheson that way. It's the other way around. Born to be Habs, when Demidov plays first game, will Celine Dion sing "Oh Canada"? Probably not if it's in Toronto. BL, is Helen Mirren 85? She looks it on 1923, but not as much in Mobland. When she was young, Helen Mirren was a smoke show. We're down to 440 on my screen left in the first. 17-3 shots on goal for Detroit. 1-0 Detroit. Now, 17 shots, 1 goal. So either Monty is doing pretty good tonight or it's not high quality shots. I'm not watching close enough to know. to be honest with you. But I mean, that's got to bode well for Monty. And Monty seems to play pretty good when he's getting a lot of shots against. Aiken, I watch every game. I don't know if you noticed that. I watch every game, so I see for myself. I agree with the experts. I agree. Yeah, he makes mistakes. He can be, liability at times in certain situations. He might make the wrong. I get that, but his overall game and everything, you got to look at everything. I don't think you are. I kind of think you're piling on. Like you hear everybody else piling on about Matheson, so you're doing it. Like, I know we had Drouin here for a while, and I piled on that, and I get it. But since then, not really. Barron, he's gone, and doing well now with Nashville, by the way. I said here, I was talking a lot. I wasn't. So you're saying the whole season I don't watch? Okay, have a nice evening. You can be here. I don't care, but I ain't talking to you. Hey, Chicago Joe. Monty's doing good. He is. Could easily be down 2-0, 3-0. Great save on a bad bounce. And like I said, when he gets shots like this amount, he's usually pretty good that night. Bill, I think that I have a feeling we're going to get that guy at the draft. I mean, at the draft, he's got these 2 first-round picks, right? They're valuable before the draft, not after necessarily, right? So I have a feeling it's going to be at the draft. Today sped it up a bit, but might have put the price up too. But I'll tell you what, with Hughes, I don't know. He's a master dealer, so. A little pushing and shoving after Monty makes a save here. "30-win goaltenders last 25 years. Price and Theodore. Price 5 times, Theodore twice." Yeah. Oh, that's because Monty's getting close to that, right? He's got 27 wins, I think. Basically saying maybe Monty turns out to be the 3rd best goalie they've had, since Theodore. Great time for my feed to go. So who's the Andy and Sherratt? What's going on? So who just took a penalty? Detroit, right? Andy gets a penalty. I didn't see that properly then. Yeah, Horvat for me is a lot of years and a lot of money, but I'd really like to see them get, and I don't know if they can, but Anton Lundell from Florida. If they sign Bennett, I think Lundell might be able to be had. Now he's got 5 years, but he's 23. I think, the right guy. Has the right kind of game. And I think if I kind of think if they move a lot, pay a big price to get a second line center, that guy's probably here for a few years, not just 2. If they make a trade where, it's not a bad trade, they didn't give up a ton to get a guy that's got 2 years term like Jared McCann in Seattle, I like that too. Good job, Montreal, so far, halfway through the power play. Lethal power play. Oh, no, I thought it was okay, they're almost at the end of the period. That's what I saw. Detroit is like a team on life support. They need to win. They got to win this game. They got very little wiggle room the rest of the way. So, plus they're mostly road games. They're not great on the road lately. So, like, they really want to put this game away as quick as possible. Good on the Habs so far on the PK so far. So they got to the end of the period. There's something like 37 or 8 seconds left, I think, or 6, something like that left for the power play for the second period. But good job so far by Montreal on the PK. Listen, can Detroit keep this up all game also? Yeah, that's true. Hughes is coming on here. We're going to see. So we're going to watch that a bit. So I'm sorry, but we're going to try to watch a little bit of that. I'll be back on screen in a minute. We'll talk about it too, but I want to hear what he says as well. I can't see Kreider being the guy. Is Kreider a center? That's number one. Do we need a winger? We don't. So why would we get a winger? You're not impressed? Detroit won that period. They won that period. I'm not impressed or unimpressed. Detroit is a team that, I mean, it's not even like they really kind of need to win this game. They got to win this game, especially against Montreal. It's direct, right? Montreal's ahead of them. They have to catch up. They got to beat Montreal tonight. It's a must-win game for them. So, yeah, they came out like gangbusters. Montreal's hanging on. I get it. They're hanging on. But they didn't get much in the first. They got a goal, Detroit. I think that works against them going into the second. Montreal's confidence could be up a little bit. Maybe theirs isn't. I don't know. We'll see how the second works out. Anyways, I'm not going to get down on what just happened because Montreal can lose this game, and I kind of thought they would lose this game going in. So, guys will be falling over themselves to sign in Montreal. Well, I mean, that's an interesting thought coming from other than me, who I've been saying this for a while. When Montreal's a good team and it looks like they're going to win, guys are coming over here. Then you got the coach, who a lot of guys want to play for. That's another reason. Now you got Demidov here. You got Hudson here. You got Caulfield, Laine. Maybe not so much Laine with his reputation, but you got Nick Suzuki leading the way. I mean, players want to come here to win. So, yeah. When they're ready to sign free agents, I think they'll be able to. And I don't think it'll be a problem. Oh, no, BL, I thought you were saying that they were kind of saying that Kreider, I didn't say you particularly. Don't worry. Relax, everybody. Yeah, but BL, I mean, listen, so Montreal has to maybe overpay a little bit to make up for that, but they've done that in the past. And then if a guy, Montreal hasn't been that winning team really in the past, right? But now it looks like they're going to be a winning team with a legitimate shot at winning a cup or multiple cups. That's inviting. Guys will take a little less money to win a cup. Money still rules to a certain extent. And if you're talking about a free agent that, is 27, 28, 29, whatever, right? They've made some money already. They can take a little less money. I'm not talking hugely less money, but a little bit less to come to a place where they feel they can win. And I'm sorry, at some point, a legitimate chance to win a Stanley Cup can overrule a little bit of money. Oh, Doyle, don't worry. BL and I, it's long-term debating. It's okay. We're good. I'm not worried about BL. Don't have to worry for me. Besides, if I piss BL off too much, I won't get as many good recommendations for shows. And BL and I have the same taste, so I like his recommendations. Chicago Joe, yes, they need to win in regulation. That's another good point, right? Detroit can't let Montreal get a point here. So going to overtime with Montreal defeats a lot of the purpose of them needing to win. So they're under a lot of pressure. Montreal just has to keep with them. Don't let this game get out of hand and wait for mistakes and pounce on them if they can. I mean, that's what I see. That's what they've been doing kind of lately. And their game seems to get better in general, not every single game, but as the game goes along. Or to be a Hab, I wouldn't. I can't see Kreider being an option Montreal would consider anyway. So I don't know who's saying this, that they think Kreider's a legitimate option. I don't. I guess they figured that there's no leftover feelings towards Kreider about that incident, and they'd be wrong. And there is, and Kreider's not coming here. Well, BL, then you would be deciding to be wrong, okay? So you could decide to be wrong if you want to, but that's up to you. I'm just reading something here. O'Donnell, I'll agree with you on that their slow starts in the first would be a worry in the playoffs. But, I mean, it doesn't mean that they can't work around it. It doesn't mean for sure that it's not going to be good. Well, it's not going to be good in general, but maybe they'll have tightened that up, and maybe Demidov being here can really help with that second line, and maybe the starts aren't as slow. We're going to have to see. Here comes the Kool-Aid. What am I drank the Kool-Aid on what? What did I Kool-Aid again? All right, I'll come back on camera. Sometimes I have to give my camera a break from my face because it starts to smoke and steam and everything. I have to turn it off for a bit. Here he is, Hughes. Let's hear what he has to say a little bit. So Hughes is saying that not everything isn't all signed, sealed, and delivered as far as his work permits. So we'll find out. I kind of think he has to say that. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't expect him to say much more than what he's actually saying. Hey, Andre, how's it going, man? Are you excited about Demidov getting here? I was going to talk about. Okay, I see where the question went. Yeah, this stuff I've heard him answer about. So Demidov, he's saying is to be determined when he'll get here. He's hoping he'll get into at least 1 or 2 games and all that. And you know what? That's just being. He doesn't want to have. He doesn't want to come out and say he'll be here for Friday or whatever because he doesn't 100% know. But I'm pretty sure they have a good idea, better than what he's saying. But I mean, I think that's what he's got to say right now. But he also didn't say, well, maybe he'll be here before the playoffs, maybe not. He didn't really say that. So, will Hudson ever be a point per game defender? Well, if you want to go back about half the season, he is. So, his first half of his season as a rookie, you know, he wasn't, but he is at this point. So I think he will be. Yeah. I'm not going to say as early as next season, but I'm also not going to be shocked if he is as early as next season. Congrats with the new team member. Who are you talking about now? That doesn't sound like you're talking about Demidov. Andre, by the way. Jackets still 2-0 over Sens. It's fine. And listen, this is why Montreal's got a 6-point cushion, right? On everybody right now. It might go down to 4 points. They still have a cushion, and they're going to be just fine. I really believe. And also, we look at the games left. We look at Ottawa and Toronto and go, "Oh, this will be tough," and Carolina, maybe they can't win. But Montreal plays more often than not, surprises us in games like that. So, hell, if they just go to overtime in 3 games, that gives them their 88 points. If 88 points is accurate is what's needed, they'll get there that way too. Anyway, here we're only down by 1. This game's not over, that's for sure. Let's talk about Suzuki here. Number 1 priority for the offseason. He won't say a second line center, but we all know that's what he means. Raphael, I 100% believe that. And I've been saying that too. I'm not giving up here. We're only down by 1. And Montreal's been coming back, even though slow starts. So I think Detroit's got to be disappointed that with 23 shots on goal, they only got 1 in a game where they need to win. And they should have done better with that. So hopefully that works in the Habs' favor. Although there's no doubt they are tired a little bit, and after this game, at least they'll get 3 nights off, and that'll help a lot. I mean, just from the Four Nations tournament, they've had a lot of games in a bit of a condensed time. So, but that's cool. It's cool. Listen, they did the work to get here so that they could have a game like this, and it's fine. Doyle, that probably will slow down too, the shots, right? I doubt they're going to get 70 shots. As the Habs game, maybe, I'm hoping, gets a little better and they start to play a little better, you got to think that'll cut down on some of the shots as they pick up getting shots. And that's been the pattern in the last few games. Except the last one. They didn't pick up the shots. But the 2 before that is exactly what happened. Badly outshot, and slowly they came back with the shots and won the games. Anyway, listen, Monty's playing well. He likes getting a lot of shots. I think he does, to be honest. I don't think he likes not having any D in front of him, but he does play better, it seems, when he gets a ton of shots. BL, without a doubt, right? He didn't say it exactly, but he did say it. You just have to understand that he is the GM. He can't fully show all his cards, right? He can't. Until things happen. If things don't happen, he doesn't want to be there. Well, I said it was going to happen, right? He doesn't want to do that. So I think that's what we saw there, especially about Demidov and when he'll get here. He's just being kind of diplomatic about it. And I'm sure to a certain extent, it is still up in the air and to be determined yet exactly the time frames. So, he gave a good answer. Doesn't make me less excited. It's Tuesday, right? So we got I was thinking it's Monday. So we got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They play Friday, so it's 2.5 days of rest, really. But so you got 3 days till the Saturday game. Maybe he's not in against Toronto, but I would think by the time Chicago game rolls around, he's in that one. And then there's Carolina. That'll be a good test. And then the playoffs start. So hopefully we'll have made it. It is an intermission. So you guys have the floor. Anything you guys do want to talk about, you do want to say. At the same time, you can give a thumbs up if you're having a good time. And if you are new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, you can consider doing that. We'd appreciate that. Trying to get to 3,900 before the playoffs start would be nice. Matt just flipped over to the ball game. Who knows? But no, what happened? I don't know. Did you hear that? It's the Rick and Silent Matt show. It's a new take on Jay and Silent Bob. It's working. You got hit with 30 centimeters in Nova Scotia. We got about 4. It's a sucky day, though, but, you know, we only got 4. Nothing to really complain about. We're underway, by the way, for this second. 20 seconds in on my clock. A little bit of power play time for Detroit, so... Good kill. And they're back to full strength. There we go. Minute in. Shots are now 24-4. Yeah, he's saying they're really testing Monty, throwing everything from everywhere. Kapanen. Shot. I think high. I don't think Talbot got any of that.
I think it got deflected off. Whoever the defender was, I think it deflected off his stick.
Off the stick? Okay. Yeah, Montreal better get to work, man. I wouldn't want don't wait till the third if you can avoid it, obviously. But Detroit's still trying to get this game out.
All happening. Oh man, almost.
Again, Kapanen. Oh my God.
That was nice.
2 really great chances for Kapanen early in this period. Kapanen looks like he wants to get his first. I don't know. Does Kapanen have a goal at all? I don't even know if he has a point.
I don't know.
Like not this, but when he was here earlier, I don't know if he got any goals or anything. Yeah, some good heads up play by Kapanen there. And who I don't know who it was that threw him the pass. Galley? He's out there with Line A. Is he sent? He's not on the second line, is he? Kapanen? Maybe he is.
I think so.
Yeah, shots are high, Phil. Shots are high, just like me. Shots are high, but only for Detroit, not for Montreal. And shots are high. What can I say? But I mean, they're a little higher than they have been in the last few games, but we've seen it for like 3 games in a row. Montreal just has to start chipping away at it. Another shot. 25-5 now. We're here, by the way. I'm being quiet for some reason. I don't know why. It's interesting to see Hudson taking the puck away from that hulking Soderblom. I think that's who was that big. Well, I got to say, this period has been a little better so far for Montreal, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree.
It's not like it's the first period. I mean, it was almost completely Detroit. I don't think they have as much dominance here in the second so far. Have starting to sort of find they're still there and getting shots, but and as I said that they started to get some pressure anyway. Monty made a save, hung on, and we'll have a face off there. Monty's making a lot of saves and some really good ones, and some really good little ones too. They got to find their legs here. Yep. I see that one hand swipe there by Struble to knock the puck in. Did anybody see the what's his name there in LA? Byfield. Do you see the one hand goal? That was a very interesting goal. A hell of a goal by Byfield. BL, the way he's playing at the end of the season here, I agree with you. I think Devo will get a contract somewhere and not have to like get there on a tryout like a PTO. I think someone will sign him. Not big money or anything, but I think someone will give him a chance. Yeah. Yeah, goal of the year might have been, eh? You saw it, eh? A very interesting goal. We're just a little over 5 minutes into this second period already. 27-5 now our shots on goal. A weird bounce off the boards in front of the net, but nobody was really there. Come on, boys. Get some offense going. Another shot on Monty. Shoulder save. 3-on-2. Line A. New hook. Line A to new hook. Shot right on the goalie, though. But that was a good play. That was a good breakout. 3-on-2. Maybe the beginning of something with them. Hopefully. Oh yeah, you're talking about Byfield. Yeah, very like if you go check out the highlight there. Very worth seeing. And I say that you should go check out the highlight. I still haven't seen the Ovi goal, so there you go. I still have not seen it. My bad luck. I was cooking. I had the game on, but I was in the kitchen, came back in, and he'd already scored in between. But it was worth it because I was cooking my cabbage rolls, which were absolutely delicious. No, I know I've heard the goal described to me, BL. I just haven't seen it. That's all. I mean, watch the pod last night, Pucking Around pod. Watch it to give me shit about why I didn't see it yet. Because we talk about the goal and Obi breaking the record and all that kind of stuff for probably about 25 minutes in the pod. Then we talk about the playoffs, and we get some Habs talk in, and about some of the matchups that look like are going to happen, stuff like that. I thought it was one of our better pods, if not our best, to be honest with you. Link is in the description to get there. You'll find it very easily. It is called Pucking Around Podcast, or PAP. Wait, Mego back to back to back. Welcome to the channel, dude. Yeah, listen, I heard it was a goal scorer's goal, appropriate for him breaking the record. And, you got to give him props that he didn't want to be in the previous game when there was an empty net. He didn't want to score a goal that way. So props. And on a goalie he had never scored on in Sorokin, which was kind of cool too, right there, Oh, big body check on Hudson there, man. Yeah. Yeah. Cider on Slav there. I don't know. That looked maybe a little dirty, but maybe I'm wrong. Come on, boys. Get your legs. Let's go. That's a penalty. Come on. Tripping. Montreal on the power play. Habs go on the power play. Sorry, I'm off camera, by the way. New people in here. I'll be right back on in a few minutes. Habs go on the power play. They have the Red Wings don't have a very good PK. It's like 69%. So they give up a goal on every 3 PKs. Let's hope this is the one that they're going to give it up on right now. Oh, that was Sherratt on Suzuki. Oh, then he bumped Slav. Oh, Sherratt not in a good mood. Might have been a good night to have Jack-Eye in the lineup, I got to say. I mean, listen, Sherratt's an ex-Hab, but fuck him if he wants to be an asshole. They're having trouble getting in and setting up at all. Maybe here they go. Set up, maybe? Almost a minute gone. I see how they were trying to open up the left side for Line. 30 seconds left here in the power play. I think, BL, there's 4 active goalies that Ovi didn't score on. So I guess they're all getting beer cans. Come on. Who'd they get the shot to? Oh, it was Matheson. His shot's not bad. Okay, so killed off. Nuho got dumped. That could have been a penalty. They're getting a foothold on Detroit anyway. Oh, I got lost in the game there for a minute. So we're out almost 10 minutes. Well, 10 minutes gone, halfway through the game, halfway through the period. Shots are now 28-7, so not any better, really. 1-0 Detroit.
I'm going to the power play again.
Yeah, delay a game to Detroit. I wasn't sure because I heard Anderson's name. And wait, what?
Oh yeah,
So,
I wasn't sure either. But yeah, it looks like it. Yep, delaying the game, puck over the glass.
Yeah, delay game. Montreal going back on the power play. Now, if we're going to count to 3, we had 1 already. This is 2. So maybe if they don't score here, we get 1 on the next one. Maybe. But I'd like to get 1 right here. BL, absolutely. I get you with line 8, but I mean, that's his game. That's how he plays it. Some big guys, they're frustrating because they don't use that size. I mean, Armia is basically a guy like that, although he uses it better than line 8. That's true. Randy Devlin, 7 shots, still not great after 30 minutes, without a doubt. I'm going to call you Mego. It's just easier, or I can call you back to back. What's gross? Wings always play a good 30 minutes and don't capitalize like they should have. Well, you can say that's what happened here, right? 28 shots, 1 goal, 30 minutes in. Go. I'll try to remember that, Go. So, yeah, let's hope maybe that's where we're at, right? We're halfway through this game. Maybe this is the point. And I see Montreal getting a foothold on them, at least. Can they, I can't get the word. Can they expand on that foothold? We'll see. Having a power play, getting a power play goal would go far to do that. A long way towards getting back into this game. Come on, one of you boys, step up here. 30 shots in 30 minutes. Immer. Oh, I get you. Awesome. Michigan football, is that I don't know if Matt likes Michigan football. Well, he likes Michigan hockey. Well, one particular.
I don't like Michigan anything.
Oh, it's not Michigan? What's the team you like?
Notre Dame.
Oh, it's Notre Dame. I don't know why I always thought that was Michigan. They were in Michigan.
Rivalry. Well, they're right. I mean, it's actually kind of funny. The Notre Dame and the University of Michigan are like half hour from each other.
So
Notre
is it
Dame,
in Michigan?
even though it's in South Bend, Indiana, it's like the northernmost.
Oh, okay.
Part of Indiana.
Yeah. No, I get. That's right. The tip of Indiana is in between Michigan and Illinois. Am I right? Or Wisconsin?
Illinois, I think.
Yeah, I know this because when I was young, I was working on a truck, and we went to Chicago, and we went through there, and we had to go through Indiana, and that's how I learned. It's just a tip. Like you run through 3 states in like a couple of hours. Nine minutes to go in the second. Yeah, didn't Kapanen? Oh, Was Kapanen through the stick? Oh, don't call it. Oh, don't call it. Come on, boys. Running out of time here. Oh, he couldn't find the handle on it, Galley. Fuck.
Where'd the puck go?
Where is the puck?
I don't know, like disappeared. They stopped. They're looking around. They're going, where the fuck
where's
did
the
it go?
puck? It didn't bounce off the netting up there. Wonder what happened. How could Ottawa? Oh well, because New Jersey's in the other division. Ottawa is playing in the first wild card they've got, so they're in Atlantic. Habs have the second wild card. They're going to be playing in the Metropolitan. Awesome news, eh, Immer? Oh, that was close. If only Armia could have got that puck. Monty with a save. Hasn't had much on him in a little while, if I'm correct. Hey, Steven. Hey, let's hope. I'm all for Caulfield getting a goal, 100%. Bruins up 3-0 on the Devils. Bruins are totally out of it. Oh, they'll start winning now. 3-2? Okay, 3-2. Yeah, born to be a Hab. It's early to call that, and you can't jinx the other goalie, so it doesn't work. If only it did, it would be great. Yeah, I should be back on camera. I did say I was coming back on camera. If only that worked, but dumb work. Emery needs 4. I'd love to see it too. Go Cole, go. He obviously is running out of time to do it. He's got this game and 4 more, so cutting it close. At this point, I don't know that he'll do it, but he's going to get. I don't think he's not going to score anymore in the rest of the games, but it's a bit of a tall order. But the way guys have been like setting career highs and shit like that, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls it off. Come on. Shit. That was a good chance there, right at the net on the rebound. Who did that defensively? Who is that? Matheson? No. It was Struble that took the guy down? Good job. Anyway, listen, as I said, also, they're going to cut those shots down because they couldn't have that. They would have ended up with 70 against. And I was right. Shots have been cut down by a good bit. If I'm right, they only have 3 shots, Detroit, this period. So, huge difference. Immer, but he'll do it. If he doesn't get it this year, I'm confident he'll get it. Probably next year. Six minutes to go here in the second. Shots are 30-9, and that's for Detroit. And Detroit up 1-0. So kind of got to be frustrating for the Red Wings that 30 shots, 1 goal only to show for it. So it has to work against them a little bit. Well, Hage is already I think he signed his ELC, so he's already here as far as piece. No, the piece that's missing right now is the second line center. Now you're going to say, well, that's Hage. Hage is maybe the second line center of the future, but he's not going to be the second line center next year. So I think acquiring that second line center in the offseason is maybe that final piece. Biel says there's more than one piece of the puzzle left. How many you figure, Biel? Where do you see the missing, the holes that need to be filled right now? Gooley with a nice hack on Soderblom. I saw Soderblom give Gooley a shot against the boards there earlier, just before the break. We're on commercial break, by the way. Defense still has to be sorted out, but we're talking about pieces that are in the system. I think those pieces are in the system, but you may be right. I'm not saying you're fully wrong. I think you may be right, but I also think you may not be right. Oh, without a doubt, Emmer. Watch next season. You're gonna see them make that move forward with the young guys. Born to be Habs, you got to think. First of all, Chicago doesn't have to rest anybody. It's not going to make a difference, and they're not going on. Carolina, the last game, you got to think Carolina might be resting players. So Montreal still needs points. There's still a chance there. BL, yeah, you're right. You're right. I kind of do think though the pieces are here. Just you gotta, like you said, move the deck chairs around. Renegade Man, I certainly hope so. It's not yet for sure when he's going to get here, but I'm hoping for the Toronto game. But it might be the Chicago game. But it seems like he'll be here, I think. Sami Zayn, who's Sami Zayn? I don't know the name offhand.
He's a pro wrestler from Quebec.
Oh.
Also, Michael Hager's going back to Michigan for one more year. He didn't sign his ELC.
He didn't sign an ELC? Oh, yeah, he couldn't sign one.
No.
That's right.
He's going back to Michigan free.
No, you're right. You're right. Do I doubt he will, though? I don't really. It's like he wants to go to another team. I don't think so.
No, he'll probably go pro after next season.
Yeah, Emmer, I got to think a lot of that paperwork was kind of already in the works, and they just need to like dot the I's and cross the T's kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce, no, this performance is not our best so far. And it's been like that for a few games, but they've managed to win them, so there's still time for that. I mean, they're only down by 1, so it's not a huge hole for them to have to come back out of. Bruce, don't worry about it. You don't have to say hello first. You can come in with a comment first. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. I don't think about
it. Caulfield, baby, 1-1.
Woohoo! Caulfield with his 37th. There it is. There we go, the goal horn. Caulfield, 3 away from 40. And we got a 1-1 tie, just as we're talking about, basically with Bruce, exactly this, right? Not over yet. Just waiting for that opportunity. Want to watch the goal from this angle. Through the legs. Backhand through the legs, right in front of the net. Not his typical way to score, but I'll take it. Kenny B, you had Caulfield score in first goal, but he didn't score the first goal of the game, did he? First Habs goal, but it's first goal of the game for the guest to score. BL, I don't know if he starts next season or not with the big club. Hard to say right now. Did I say what? No, we were talking about it. That's weird. There was an open net they missed, the Red Wings. We were talking about it, Bruce. I didn't say I said it.
Yeah, it was a little scary.
Yeah, that was. Well, they got lucky on that one.
It'd be nice. Hopefully Caulfield gets those 3 goals and hits 40. That'd be pretty sweet.
Well, now he needs 3 in 4 games, so it's not bad. Could have been 4 in 4.
I mean, he's good for at least 2 against Toronto. So
no, we don't know anything, but
no.
We hope.
But he's a Leafs killer. Like if you look at his
career, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I hope he gets a hat trick and solves it right there. Mayusi maybe needs a little more time as well, BL. Carrier for holding. So their power play is good, so we got to be careful here.
Oh, that puck just took a weird bounce off the stanchion. What a play by, I think Gooley deflected that. Otherwise, it was going in.
Wow. I think you're right. I think the stick got on it.
I think he got a piece.
Because if not, that's embarrassing almost. Renegade Matt, not 2 points away, 2 assists away for Murphy. Gooley saved a goal there, Go, without a doubt. Kill this off, boys. Kill it off. Sent down. Oh, almost all the way.
Pretty good job so far on the kill.
Can he be? Gary Bettman didn't. They didn't pay the refs to make that call. Come on.
Come on, it's the gambling companies. Get a grip. Just kidding.
Final minute of the period. 30 seconds left on their power play there. Good save, Monty there. Monty's tracking the puck well, and he's on right now. So let's hope, knockwood, that lasts for at least another period.
But no, I mean, like I said, his last 15 games, he's 11-2-2. I mean, it's not like he's been playing bad hockey. He's been pretty sharp.
I think that's a pretty good record for any goalie, right?
Oh yeah. The 9-10 save percentage? Yeah, no, he's been rock solid lately. I mean, even like Shannon, even the hockey guy, I was watching a few of kind of his videos that have come out about, kind of getting more into the playoffs. And I mean, even he said I mean, Sam Montembeault is not a bad goalie by any means. He thinks Monty's still a little bit overrated, a little bit underrated. He does.
I think he's still a little underrated. Their power play, but they got one of the best power plays in the league. I'm surprised it's it's looked good, actually.
I mean, the Habs PK, I think it was at 11th. So it's not like the Habs have a bad PK either.
No, Habs PK is still pretty good. It's good tonight, that's for sure. Now, Kenny B, listen, you know how I feel about the refs, but I'm not going to say that either. Refs are always for the American teams. I mean, overall, the refs have been okay tonight as an overall thing. Last 10 games, it's been cookie cutter for what? Oh, Aki, somebody said something about it earlier. Oh, it's the first time hearing about that tonight, about what Budweiser did for Ovi's record. The power play has been cookie cutter. Habs power play been pretty good. Habs look a bit tired. Maybe they're a bit tired. I'm sorry, but they're handling themselves fine. It's 1-1 tie. They're being outshot, but that was the first period. Second period so far not, or is the period? The period's not over yet, is it? Yeah, it might be, eh? Right. So they're not getting outshot this period. Third period coming up on many nights. Montreal's best period. So hopefully that happens tonight. And it's even possible next goal wins this game. Right? mean, it's playoff hockey, so I just thought there'd be more scoring in this game tonight. I don't know why. Oh, no worries, Aki. Don't worry about it. Renegade Man, absolutely, right? The Eisner plan has been, I don't know exactly how many years, but the Habs rebuild is on track to be finished early.
Jackets are winning right now.
Yeah, I know. Listen, if the Habs can pull this game out, I'm not worried about the Jackets winning.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's really just the Rangers and the Red Wings. Really, I mean, Islanders a little, but again,
But all those games, so all those teams, Red Wing, no, Rangers, Jackets, and Islanders, if they want to get to that 88 points, they can't lose another game. They lose a game, it's over for them for that.
right.
So, they might win tonight, sure. But, you got to think they're going to lose one game out of their next 5 or 6 games, and that'll do it. Hopefully. Will Demidov be tired when he gets off the plane? I don't know. I'm not flying with him. I don't know. I mean, if you want, I'll text him and ask him if he's going to get enough sleep. I was joking, but I don't know. I mean, like jet lagged and all that? I mean, maybe. But the quicker he can get here, the quicker he can get over the jet lag, if there is any. 30 watching and only 1 like. Listen, if you're here and you're enjoying it, please give a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Let's get, we've got 30 people. Let's see if we can get 30. Appreciate that. Immer, but they probably know the term, though. Renegade Man, didn't somebody just ask me that? Yeah, I mean, it was before the goal, but yeah, especially after he got the goal. I mean, I could see it. Yeah, he needs 3 goals and 4. He's had streaks already this year of getting 4 or 5 goals in a row, like in consecutive games. I don't see why that couldn't happen here. Very slow game. I thought the game's going pretty fast, and at times the pace is pretty good. It has slowed down a bit, but I wouldn't say very slow game overall. But welcome back in, Johnny Cash. Sorry. Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate it. He might be a little tired if he joined the Mile High Club. That's up to him. It's his business. I don't need to think about that. Oh, you're in the minority there, Bruce. Why do most people like Bettman? Because he's fucking evil, I think, personally. Yeah, I think you're right there, Aki. So him getting here to Montreal is not an issue. It's when is he going to be allowed to play and be with the team when he gets his work visa. He'll get that, I would think, probably pretty quickly. Renegade Man, I don't know which one. I know there's I don't know which year we're going to get. I think we're going to get this year's pick from them, but I don't 100% know. Could I say why people feel he is bad and evil? His record speaks for itself. I don't know how you don't see that. I mean, has he done things for the league? Yeah. Has he done things bad for the league? Look at the betting. Look at all the betting that you see and all that. That's him.
Suzuki's at 85 points now. He got an assist. That's the most in points in a Habs season since Vinny Danfus and Pierre Turgeon.
Yep, since 93, right?
96.
95, 96?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He could hit. He might hit. There's an outside chance he could hit 90 by the end of the year.
Yeah. Why couldn't he? I think it's so 85. I think he hit what I had for him for the season. 30 goals, 55 assists is what I think I gave him. So that's 8. And I don't know what his numbers exactly are, but I don't think he's got 30 goals. So, but yeah, I mean, he could hit 90 for sure. And you got to think, when the team is better, the second line is better, he's going to get more points because he'll be able to do a lot more. So he could be a 100-point player, maybe not every single season. Randy, again, I didn't see that Ovi's goal yet. So, but Randy says set up by Hudson to Line looked exactly like the Ovi goal. The comment went up. That's why I'm not sure exactly now what he said. Nate, it's the Flames pick. Yeah, we have their first pick, first round pick. Well, just because you feel there's no stopping it, there should be. It should be stopped. It's wrong. It's evil. It's wrong. That's all. So it should be stopped, and there's no excuse for any league that's allowing it the way it is. And you know how I feel about it with the refs. I think that's a contributing factor into why the refs are so bad. Randy, I don't know all the other teams' games and if they play each other or not. Bruce, no, we know you didn't say anything bad, and we're not mad at you. You don't have to be sorry for bringing it up, but it's just a shock to us, I guess, that there's somebody out there that likes Bettman. Hey, Lucas, welcome in, buddy. Rest in peace, Greg Millen. Very sad that he passed away. 67 years old, ex goalie and commentator or analyst on TSN, I think, on games. Yeah, the betting, it's forced down our throats, and it's such an addictive thing for some people that it's immoral that they do that. That's how I see it. And Nimmer, you might be right. Bruce might be his only fan. Oh, that makes me think of OnlyFans. No, why'd you put that thought in my head? Don't. Gary Bettman's OnlyFans channel. Oh God. Ugh. That's gross. Bettman's already said he'll be stepping down in a couple of years. Who will be the commissioner? I don't know. You thought Yzerman would be the next to take over? Gary, where'd you hear that? I may have heard. It's actually that rings a bell. I mean, it's probably been talked about when the news came down that Bettman was going to be eventually leaving before his death. And I just mean that he's going to actually leave and still be alive and not die while he's in office there. I've heard Yzerman's name. I think you're right. I don't mean that it's going to happen, though. I don't know if that will be the guy. He'd have to step down being the GM of Detroit. I don't know, BL. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, what he died of. I haven't heard. I saw a couple of stories, but didn't. I was really busy with the news of Demidov and didn't read the story inside, so I didn't see anything like a headline where it said what he died of. You saw that on Hockey Junkie? I don't think Hockey Junkie made that up, so he probably saw something I haven't seen. I'm quite either it was a joke from Junkie, or like I don't Junkie doesn't make fake stories except to make a joke. So it's either real or it's a joke. Oh, Matt, that reminds me. I don't know if you were on the show. Junkie was on the other day in the chat, and we gotta get in touch with him to get him on the show again.
I'll text him.
Yeah, so get in touch with him. See, what he might be thinking of.
Yeah,
I invited him, and he said, "Yeah, for sure." So we'll see. So yeah, we may have Hockey Junkie back on for the second time. Second, right? He was on once?
It might be the third.
It might be the third. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Yeah, Johnny Cash. I hate when they do that and they gotta say, "Hey, this is whatever." They give you the lines or the best bets to make or whatever. I think it's immoral, to be very honest. I think it's immoral. I do have a family member who has a pretty serious gambling problem. So yeah. And then him saying that the refs are the best refs anywhere, hands down anywhere in sports. Like, really? That's bullshit. Oh, they're talking about Greg Miller here now. I'm sure they'll say here what. No, they didn't say what it was. Will Fowler be on the roster next year? I mean, I think there's a possibility at some point. I doubt I doubt he'll start. I would think he's going to spend some time in the American Hockey League. How long? I don't know. So I'll say that, yeah, there's a possibility, and there's a possibility it's the year after. But I do think by probably the year after he is. More than likely that he is, then it's a year longer than that or whatever. Link Gates would make a good commissioner. Why? I mean, that's a joke, right? You like bringing up these it's not like a really famous name in hockey, Link Gates, but yeah, it's one of those great names in hockey, though. He was a goon. Gambling is not good for anybody, to be honest. You know, some people can gamble in moderation, and it's not a problem. And I have no problem. Do what you want with your money, but a lot of people can't. And to put gambling, like basically right here, like you carry it around with you everywhere you go. You could just do that and spend and gamble. I mean, really, that's immoral. And you can say, well, there's other gambling sites and it's not hockey. Sure, but the NHL doesn't have to be in that. So you'll never see me take a gambling sponsor. They're back for the third, it looks like. Just waiting for the face-off. Well, if Fowler, are you saying like, do they keep Dobish over Monty? They're not going to get rid of Dobish or Monty, right? Like, so I don't. I mean, I don't know. We'll see when that time comes. Well, okay, they might move Monty over moving Dobish, but I don't know. Dobish also might not be the guy either. We don't know 100% yet. I mean, I like Dobish. I'm not saying he's not. Anyways, that's for down the road. I wouldn't worry about that now. Yeah, so we're just minute 5 into the first first second. Third, I'll get it right eventually. It's a 1-1 tie. Shots are 32-11 for Detroit. Graham, Montreal tied it up. Yes, they did. I mean, well, you're not watching it, you said, so I won't say that. Of course, Hudson's the front runner. Like, even talking about it at this point is stupid. Come on, boys, let's go get one. Ah. Yeah, I like Mike Johnson. I'm not sure who's there with Mudrick, but wow.
That
Was
hit the pipe.
Raymond on a breakaway missed the net?
Oh, I speaking of the broadcasters, I like Mudrick a lot. I think he
Mudrick's
does a
good.
great job.
Yeah, Mudrick's good. I don't know who's with him though. Offhand, I can't say. I can't tell who's with him. Oh, it's Frankie Corrado. You know, Corrado's not that bad. For me, he grows on me like a weed. No, I don't find Corrado that bad actually. I didn't like him at first, but why do you call him the serial killer? I've heard that actually.
Look at that
Name.
change year over year, Rick. I don't know if the graphic's up on your screen yet. The 1-goal game record.
What?
They
What?
just between last year the Habs had like a 500 winning percentage in 1-goal games. This year it's close to 800.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, now I go with you. Yeah, it's crazy, eh? The number for those.
Ooh, last 5 games, Habs have outscored their opponents 8-2 in the third.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Third period's been pretty good for Montreal, like in the last few games. Corrado has the classic psychopath stare. Okay, I don't see that in him, but I just didn't like some of the things he said about the game. Like I didn't agree with him, I guess. And I listened to him a little bit more. I don't know where was I saw him, and yeah, he's not bad. He grows on you like a bad virus. Been surprisingly, I want to say like surprisingly quiet third so far. I mean, Detroit really can't let this go to overtime, giving a point to Montreal. They can't really do that. So why are they not better here in the third? It's Arvidsson, I think, is who you're hearing. Immer. That's what it sounds enough like it. You can make that mistake. Shots are now 32-13. So Detroit, I mean, Montreal really cut down on the Detroit shots. I mean, like really cut
Oh,
down.
Caulfield just won a faceoff. Nice.
Yeah, hold on a face-off. 6 minutes in. Another face-off as Talbot made a save and hung on. Detroit. I mean, yeah, that's possibly right, Johnny. He says they've got nothing left in the tank. They've been forechecking hard all game, and I mean, what else is the explanation? Kind of right that they put so much into that first period and kind of ran out of gas a bit. BL, you saying Camilleri has a son, or yeah, Camilleri has a son that could be exceptional. Oh, that's interesting. I'm sure it's Camilleri and not Camarelli, but pretty sure it's Camilleri.
Oh my God! Oh, Lane Hudson, what a move on the sideboards. Almost got the assist. Did you see that?
Yeah. Wow, how'd they miss that? But what a move there. He left him going the other way. Crowd has come alive, and you can hear them cheering. Might make a difference. Well, BL, if the Habs win tonight, if they do, if the Jackets winning won't make a difference to me. I don't think it makes a difference in anything. But this game is definitely not decided yet.
I wish whoever Hudson passed that to finished that. That would have been such a sexy assist. I mean, that move was quick, too. I know I almost missed it.
That was a nice move.
Defender, like dead in the water.
Hudson trying to take this game over and win it. I think this little snow stopped here. Looks like it. Just had to adjust the family jewels. If you haven't seen them, they're on display behind me. I don't know if anybody... No, just joking. Boston up 7-2 on the Devils? That's crazy. They decided to score all the goals in one game. Who cares if the Jays are up 6-1 on the Stocks? Hey, excuse me. Yeah, watch this move. What a move.
I mean, even on the blue line, too.
Just what a move. How quickly he pivoted the other way. Doesn't sound to me like he does, Bill. Oh, I had a stat wrong. I had it as 1 goal, 7 assists in his last 8 games, but it's his last 5. Which kind of, I thought that stat was wrong that I had it, but that's how it was written, where I got it from. Yeah, I like what he said about the stats. He says it's cool, but I just want to win, play hockey. He doesn't really care whether he's the record setter or not. We're starting to get into the area of the game where it's going to be next goal wins this game, more than likely. $9:40 to go here in the third period. Shots now 34-17, so now they're only doubled up on shots on us. That's an improvement.
Two to one. Josh Anderson off a
Andy with the little
oh, Galley got the
read
assist.
Andy from Gallagher.
Hustle from Galley too.
Nice.
Oh, it's
Habs up
Devo and
2-1. There we go. And maybe it is next goal wins the game. Well, they just got that one. Let's hope that stands.
Great effort by Galley. Devo picks it up off the wall. Just a beautiful feed.
Yep.
And it was like Johansson couldn't play because his helmet came off. So he kind of got bad luck there, but still. Great play.
Galley's, I mean, he's got the heart of a lion. He's still able. He ain't giving up. Besides, he's still playing for his mom. You know, she just passed away, but he's still playing for her. So he's giving it everything. Not that he doesn't anyway, but. Nice. Nice. Who's got a brain cramp? Slav had a brain. Well, they listen. They got to go. Who cares? Oh, penalty. You were ahead of me.
Oh, Slav is mad about it though. I want to see a replay.
He's not happy with that one. Yeah. He just said, "Oh fuck."
Oh, was it audible?
No, but okay, I read lips for that. Very easy to.
True.
Yeah, we're gonna see a replay. They went to commercial, for Christ's sake.
Slav wouldn't be the guy I'd want to piss off either.
No, okay, but I think he's mad at the ref for that call.
I think he was mad at the ref.
Right. So the ref, is that another case of the ref just like, let's see if we can even it up here. I want to see I want to see the replays to see if it was a bullshit call or not. His stick ended up in the opponent's skate. Well, that's the tripping call. So you're saying it was a good call?
I mean, it might have been. I want to see a replay. I just saw Slav's reaction.
Yeah, no, I get it. I want to see a replay. But I mean, if they're going to, I want it to be a good call, not a bullshit call. That's all I'm saying. Well, this PK is going to be huge for Montreal because if they can hold them off, it's a good chance that could be what decides the game. Show the replay. Come on.
So it looked like Slav went, like his Red Wing came by and Slav's stick like basically got taken out of his hand by the Red Wing's like legs, and then he
I'm trying to process
obviously
that one.
fell, but like Slav wasn't holding the stick; it got ripped out of his hand. Like what? I don't know.
I'm trying to decide on that one. I think I'm going to agree with Paul. That was a good call.
Yeah, no, I mean at the end of the day, it was a trip. It was
Or
just it was a weird looking one
or at least what Joe said, reasonable call. Like I don't know what I think the ref kind of has to call that.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just really funny looking though. You know what I mean?
And like Johnny Chevy says, got to control your stick, and that's right. I think the ref has to call that. I don't know. You could say that's a bad call. It's got to call that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Love say bucket.
I've ever seen.
No, I mean that's a trip. I mean that's what it is. He didn't.
No, I mean I just find it funny because like he took the stick was like caught up.
No, it's an accidental trip, but an accidental high stick is still a high stick.
No, it's still a trip. I'm not disagreeing. I think it had to be called. It's just really funny looking.
Yeah, it was weird looking. That's why it took me a minute to process. Like what? That was weird, but I think it's the right call. All right. Anyway, they killed off 30 seconds so far of it, and just cleared it down. Devo sends it all the way down. Again, they clear it. Good job so far. 50 seconds left. And then right now, 7:20 left in the period. With the Habs up 2-1. So far, so good. If I was the crowd, I wouldn't be singing Ole Ole. I don't think this is an Ole Ole thing right now. Only up by 1. Would you agree with that?
I agree.
That's a little early to be doing that, but they like to do that here. They have the 11th best PK, which is, that's still a good PK. And Detroit's power play is not able to solve the PK so far tonight. 16 seconds left on the
block,
power play.
Devo.
What?
No, Devo made a good block.
Oh yeah,
That will
I
kill the
must have
penalty.
hurt. Don't you think? It looked like it hit the back of his leg, but he seems okay.
And not a lot of padding back there.
No, that's what I mean, right?
That probably stung a little bit.
Although, if you're a shot blocker, I think you get shin pads that wrap
You probably
around.
build up a few layers of skin.
No, but you get pads that do wrap around the back and give you some protection.
Probably.
Nice little move by Hudson. Can we do something with it?
Oh, that was a great save by Talbot.
Oh, wow. That was actually quite a huge save because if that goes in, the game's over, essentially. He kept them in the game here. Big save by Talbot there as they go to a commercial break. But is it enough? Because they still need a tying goal now, Detroit. So is that enough? Might not have been, but keeps them alive. And that's all you can ask for from your goalie. And listen, Talbot's been good. He only gave up 2 goals so far. It's not a lot. Well, we are basically, I don't know how much is left, about 7 minutes left or 5, something like that, about from finding out whether I believe if they win this game, Montreal, I'm prepared to say, yeah, we're making the playoffs. So we're just not far away from finding out. 5:58. There you go. That's what's up. So 6 minutes away. They're going to pull the goalie for sure, though, right? I mean, obviously. So maybe we get lucky there with an empty net goal. And it's 3-1. And hopefully they don't tie it up with a pulled goalie.
By the way, that's Andy with new dad strength.
Yeah, new dad Andy.
Good congratulations to him and the wife. Very happy for him.
Yes, sir. Oh, Chicago Joe, I prefer this. They score too, but listen, I'll take it. Them hanging on to end it. I'll take it any way they get it. To be honest, just give me some. Ooh, chance there. Come on, boys. Chip down. Not enough for icing. Awesome. The kid from Quebec? Who's he talking about? Monty. Monty's hearing his name. 4.5 to go. Nail biting time, boys. Johnny, absolutely got to win these types of games in the playoffs. I mean, they're in the playoffs now. This is a playoff game. So, yeah. And they're on a 5-game heater, so they've been winning them so far. Wow, Hudson blocked that one too. Broke his stick, and he gave the stick and went off to get one for himself.
Jesus, Anderson stick's got to be like Hudson's
Yeah,
height.
Hudson's off.
How was he gonna play with it?
Hudson went off right away, so they're all on. They changed up.
I'd love to see Zdeno Chara's stick next to Lane Hudson.
Yeah.
Like 2 Lane Hudsons.
Oh, Suzuki all alone there couldn't. He ran out of real estate, as they say. Yeah, nice feed there from Caulfield on that. Under three. Puck deflects out. My God, what a great ending so far. Hey, holy moly.
I'm so happy the Habs re-signed Jake Evans.
Yeah. I mean, listen, he fell off after the signing, but, it's going to be great to have him for the playoffs, don't you think? Then not having
but
him.
I mean, even still, like, the contract, like, what he got was basically for what he just does on a regular basis.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
I'm just so happy. I love that dude.
Great signing.
Oh, yeah. No, he's still a premier penalty killer. He's a premier face-off guy. Like, I'll gladly pay $2.8 million for the next 4 years?
Yeah. Net's empty, by the way.
Yeah,
Red Wings.
that's with the cap going
empty.
up. I mean, that's pocket change.
Yeah. That's nothing. But it's the right money for him.
Oh, so. For sure.
Timeout also by Detroit, so 2:44 left.
They pulled the goalie. Talbot's out of the net.
Yeah, I said net's empty, so 2:44 left. 6 on 5. Nail biting time, like I said. But they've been through this. How many games, in the last, say, 10 that we've had this? 3, 4, or 5 of them, something like that? So let's hope we can add one more to that list. Yeah, this is huge. To get an 8-point cushion on most teams, I guess, except on the Jackets. Evans wins the draw. Big.
But like we said, if Habs hold on to win this game, everybody else basically has to win out to have a shot.
Yes, everybody does have to win out. No, that's exactly what happens. Well, maybe not win out, but you have to have one overtime as well. So you can't lose another.
You basically have
game.
To play winning hockey from here on out. Like
you can't. They can't lose in regulation. If Montreal wins here tonight, no other team can lose in regulation if they want to make it. I mean, I couldn't clear it. Clear it. Come on, work. God, clear it. Yes, cleared it at least. No icing either. Minute 50.
Nice, good clear.
Clear again. No icing. 132 left.
Oh, that clear is gonna be an ice, but it's still clear.
$118 left. Face off in Montreal zone. Whew. Got to win the draw. You win the draw. Clear it without icing it. Wait, Detroit gets another timeout? I thought you only get one.
I think the Habs might have called the first one.
No, it said Detroit timeout. At least on the screen it did. They might have got that wrong, but that's Alex Tanguy. Okay, big face off here. Big face off. Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
Bang! And that's the empty netter. That'll do it.
Yeah, it hasn't happened for me yet. There it goes. Galley with the empty netter. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to the playoffs.
That's a great
man.
shot, too. That's like 3/4 of the way down the ice.
Galley seals it up with the insurance goal. Yeah, nice. No doubt about it. By Galley. 97% now our playoff chance? Yeah, for sure. It's got to be that high. They need, they just need, basically, they need another point, and that should do it.
Suzuki on the empty net. He scores 4-1.
But add one there, Nick. And Nick with his 86th point. Nail in the coffin for the Red Wings. Boom, season done. Montembeault's got to get a star here tonight, yeah. Nice. So 86, Suzuki, 4 points shy of 90. So we got left here. Got to watch it to the end. There's no way that Detroit's coming back. Building is happy. Wow, they haven't had a 6-game winning streak since 2016-17, the Habs. Wow. What a time of the year to get that.
That'll do it.
And that will do it. Habs put the final nail in the coffin on Detroit. Go, Habs, go, man. Wow. We're going to the playoffs. As I predicted on December 31st, it's going to be. It's going to be. It's not 100% official yet, but man, it's as close as can be. And that's 30 wins for Monty. Only the third goalie since, I don't know since when, 2000? I'm not sure, but only the third with 30. You got Price and Theodore, the only other two. 96.3% chance of making the playoffs. They're going to be in, and Demidov should be there for that. Wow. Wow. Amazing. I just want to see the stars of the game, and then we're going to be taking off. But wow.
Monty Andy Caulfield.
Monty Andy Caulfield. That went on my screen for like a second. Oh, it's coming back. Monty Andy Caulfield. Well deserving of Monty to get the first star, I think, in this game, obviously.
Monty played really, really well tonight.
35 of 36 shots. And amazing that it's only 36 shots when they had 27 Detroit in the first period. So crazy. Senators lose. We could take first wild card soon, says Nate. I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest, Nate. But I mean, that would be amazing. Then we'd be playing Toronto in the first round. That would be like crazy.
Oh,
all right. Well, this game is
interesting. This is from Roman Rattenberg. I guess Ivan Demidov like personally talked to him and asked him to release him so he could go to the NHL.
Demidov talked him into it?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what I'm reading here.
We'll see. Story will come out for sure. Randy, did you have 2-1? Just tell me if you had 2-1. I'm going to trust you. Well, I'll check, but I mean, I'm going to believe you. Demidov forgot his razor back in Russia. He could leave it. Oh, yeah, it was 4-1. Or am I saying 2-1? Oh, you don't? Okay, I'll have to check on that, but I'll make a note to do that. So, send me an email tomorrow asking me what the result was, and I will do that. I'll check on that. So it was 4-1. Who got the first goal? Oh, yeah, Larkin. All right, I'll do that, Randy. I'll let you know. So even if I don't hear from you between on Friday's game, if that's the case, I'll let you know. I'll announce it on Friday's game. All right? The New York Ranger, nobody. Congrats. Condolences for you guys. Hudson is crazy good. Crazy good. And crafty's a good word for it. Chicago Joe, they're going to make the playoffs. They're in. Moonlight. Yeah, I didn't think about that. It's true. 3 points behind, and we play them. The next game is against Ottawa. So, I mean, if we win, it won't get us all the way, but yeah, that's interesting. Amazing. Hey, if we play Toronto, crazy. Another one bites the dust, and personally, I think Brando, they're all out of it. They're all even Columbus, who I think won today. They're not going to get close enough. They got 6 points still to catch. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's a potential for the Caps to have done that. Their whole season has been about chasing that record for Ovi. It's happened. There's got to be a letdown of some sort to that. Does it affect their chances? I don't know, but I think there's a possibility that it does. It was a great game, and that's going to do it for us. We're going to take off here. Thanks for being here, everybody, and go Habs go. We're going to make the playoffs.
Go Habs
Believe it.
Go.
We're going to make the playoffs. Back on Friday. Friday is they're in Ottawa, and then it's Saturday. They are in Toronto. Ivan Demidov potentially at the Toronto game. I'm going to say probably just the Toronto game is the potential arrival of Demidov in a Habs uniform. Let's hope that's true. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for being here. Till next time, stay safe out there. Peace out, everybody. And we'll see you that next time. And go Habs, go.
Have a good night, peeps.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, give a thumbs up, leave a comment, and please share this video.